Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So DC Studios have just hit the accelerator on two massive movies. It has been confirmed from Variety insiders that James Gunn and Peter Safran have fast-tracked a new Wonder Woman film. We also heard that Colin Farrell admitting to the media that the Penguin Season 2 is something that has just not been talked about yet, but then casually slips up the fact that he will be in the Batman Part 2 and in the Batman Part 3. So it does seem like DC Studios are very much getting prepared to make the Wonder Woman film and also start production for the Batman Part 2 and apparently the Batman Part 3, which has been discussed for the first time by Colin Farrell to the media. So you can get that sense that because Superman has done so well in terms of reception, the positive feedback, the decent numbers in the box office, James Gunn and Peter Safran are looking at this and saying, we must fast forward the projects that we wanted to fast forward in the first place, but we first wanted to see how was Superman going to perform. The fact that Superman is doing well is the reason why we're hearing so much news about the other big names getting into the front pages. And if you look at the numbers that Superman has been doing in the box office, the Monday and Tuesday did add a total of $30 million on top of what Superman made in the past weekend, which was a total of $220 million worldwide. So it has been doing pretty good during the weekdays. It is expected that for the second week domestically, they could make $45 to $62 million, which is going to be around 50 to 55% drop off in the box office, which is pretty much healthy for any superhero release. But this is all just the beginning, because now let's fast forward towards the Wonder Woman project. For sure, the reason why they're fast forwarding Wonder Woman is because of the Superman ripple effect, and DC do have a huge goal in mind. They want to rebuild the Holy Trinity. DC have talked about before that their main four characters, their pillars to the DC universe, is going to be revolving around Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Supergirl, another character that will be in theaters by next summer of 2026. So it's quite clear that Gunn wants Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman to be established, to be seen as the Holy Trinity before tackling a Justice League movie. There has been so much speculations on the castings for Wonder Woman, like who could play that character. It's not going to be Gal Gadot. They have moved forward away from this actor, and one of the actors that many fans have been wanting and is a fan favorite is Adria Arjona. If you guys have not seen her performance in the Andor series, I highly recommend it to anybody here. If you guys want to see how she does portray herself in the series, she's amazing. It also does fit with this narrative that they want a younger Justice League, a younger Holy Trinity. Just like how they have a young Superman, they're going to have a young Batman and also a young Wonder Woman. And of course, James Gunn is going to continue with the mantra of the script must be amazing first before they do proceed towards production. And because they are fast forwarding the production of Wonder Woman, it means that the script is finished. It is out there. It is fully finalized and it has been agreed upon the studios and James Gunn, and they believe that this is the story that they want to tell. As for the Penguin and the Batman trilogy that is apparently happening, I think that it's quite surprising that Colin Farrell dropped this bomb at this moment, right? 2 weeks before Comic-Con does happen in San Diego. James Gunn and DC Studios will be there. They will be announcing some projects. The majority of the presentations that they will be having, like the main focus is going to be revolving around Peacemaker Season 2. But don't be surprised if they end up dropping a bomb in the end. We'll see. I don't expect them to say like, we're going to have the Justice League movie by 2030 or something crazy like that. Maybe just another project that we have not heard about yet. I would be very surprised if we hear that we do get confirmation on the Wonder Woman project and its release date. All in all though, Colin Farrell made a very viral quote. There is a Batman 2 and there is a Batman Part 3. And if you guys are wondering why he's questioning on whether he's going to be in those two projects, he's going to be there. He's just being very careful on what he does say. He's saying what is actually happening right now because they have not talked to him yet, but he will be there, especially with the success of the Penguin. They definitely want him to be there. And if we have seen how season 1 has ended for the Penguin, you must close the story of him going up to that journey to be the ultimate crime boss. The Penguin Season 1 has also been nominated for 24 Emmys. And I don't know, maybe this could be a signal that maybe a Season 2 could happen in the future. The fact that it has done so well, why wouldn't Warner Brothers try and greenlight another season? Most importantly, and especially with James Gunn now in charge, they will not do a Season 2 if they do not have a good story to tell. So keep an eye on that. As for the Batman Part 2 and Part 3, Reeves did recently deliver his script, and many have been speculating that maybe one of the reasons why it has been so long for Matt Reeves to develop a script and a part 2 is, could he possibly been have working on 2 total films, which is part 2 and part 3, and that is the reason why Colin Farrell said that there is a part 2 and a part 3. What if the reason why it took 5 total years, almost 5 total years, to complete his script is because he was writing down 2 different stories? That is pure speculation. It's one of the things that many people have been talking about. I do doubt it though, we'll see, but it also wouldn't surprise me if they say, I have 2 scripts, we have the Batman part 2, we have the Batman part 3, and these 2 movies will be released back to back, one in 2027 and one in 2028. For the Batman part 2 in particular, the planned release date is going to be for October 1st, 2027, and the cameras are expected to start rolling in early 2026. I still find it outrageous to know that James Gunn still has this idea that he wants to develop The Brave and the Bold, knowing that there's going to be 2 total films from Matt Reeves that will be happening within these next 5 to 6 years. I just don't understand it. I don't understand how you can have 2 Batmans coexist at the same time. In my own personal opinion, what I really do want is for Robert Pattinson's The Batman to be the DCU's Batman. I don't think that there should be another one. It just wouldn't make any sense. It adds too much complexity. There is going to be a division between the fan base saying that they like this certain Batman from the DCU or the other Batman from Matt Reeves' universe. And we have seen on X and on YouTube that there's a lot, but I mean a lot of popularity in terms of uniting Robert Pattinson's Batman and also David Cornsweat's Superman and create a world's finest project. The whole fan base basically wants that. And if we also listen to all of the interviews that James Gunn has had over the past 2 weeks, there has been no talks about The Brave and the Bold. 0 conversations, 0 progressions, and the only thing that has been talked about is about Matt Reeves' The Batman. It has been said that DC Studios and James Gunn is very fascinated and excited about the script. They have read it and they loved it. So before we get into the Supergirl section of this video, let me ask you guys 2 questions. Who would you guys like to see get casted to play Wonder Woman? And question number 2, would you like to see Robert Pattinson's The Batman get integrated and merge to James Gunn's DCU, or do you want to see a separate Batman that is more fantastical to go alongside with David Cornsweat's Superman? Going into the Supergirl conversation, right, James Gunn also released a big poster of Supergirl, and instead of look up, it does say here, look out, referencing that Kara, who is Supergirl, is somebody that is definitely not like Superman in terms of characteristics, right? What type of character is she? And the way that James Gunn has described her is she is a total mess. And I guess this is also signifying that a look out sign is like look out before she beats you up or something crazy like that, because she'll turn on you very quick. She's somebody who likes to go out and party, get drunk. She has no responsibilities and does not even want to take responsibilities whatsoever. It's a very different character to how Superman was portrayed under James Gunn. For the comic book readers out here, this comes by no surprise, right? It's understandable that the reason why she's a total mess is because of her harsher upbringing compared to Clark Kent. I mean, if you really think about it, right, if you want to get a sense on how Supergirl is as a character, look at how Krypto acted in the Superman movie. The reason why Krypto was such a bad dog, the reason why he never listened, the reason why he always caused chaos is because he was trained by Supergirl, Kara, and Kara never really trained Krypto, hence the reason why he is the way that he is. So in her younger years, she went through a lot of trauma. She saw her family and friends suffocate, and she carried that guilt throughout her years. That is why she drinks, she swears, she throws punches first. It's part of the reason why James Gunn was like, oh my god, this script is amazing. Like, in whatever they read and whatever they developed, he's like, we have to make this movie. I think that the world needs to see this. The contrast is going to be so different. Supergirl, who saw everybody around her die, where Superman grew up with loving parents in a Kansas farm. I can't wait to see how those two do react on a day-to-day basis. Lobo's also going to be in the movie that will be played by Jason Momoa, so that should be very interesting. The team up is going to be awesome, and so we'll see how that movie does play out. For those of you guys who have been wondering, like, what is that red paint or like blood on her hands? I think that it's the red paint. It's her just spray painting look out instead of look up, maybe mocking her cousin Superman and saying that, you know, like, what's the whole point of looking up when these people have to look out? Like, look out because I'm coming for you. It's a warning instead of like inspiration that does come from Clark Kent through the phrase look out. It's very fascinating. And so that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.